a $300 Visa gift card. Yay! Yay! And since I want everybody here to buy all of your gift wrapping supplies from Scotch Brand, you're all getting it too. Thank you, Scotch Brand. I also want to thank Blake Shelton, Aisha Curry. Have a wonderful weekend. Be kind to one another. Bye. Anyway.
On KITV4 Island News tonight, with more than 300 heat-related cases sent to the nurse's office over the past 4 months, parents at Neo Valley Middle School want help.
We'd like to get our classrooms cooled, not in 2 years, not in 8 years. We'd like to get them cooled as soon as possible.
Due to a rash of break-ins, home invasions, and a stabbing back in August, residents in Palolo are considering a neighborhood watch.
The community is very concerned about crimes of this nature, violent crimes.
Details of a scam targeting physicians, spending big money buying new equipment.
I really feel like I've been taken advantage of.
And millennials want to do away with Secret Santa. Why?
Now, from Honolulu, for all of Hawaii, this is KITV4 Island News.
We begin with breaking news tonight. Honolulu firefighters are battling a structure fire in Makakilo. The blaze broke out just after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Crews had the fire under control in less than 10 minutes after arriving on scene. No word of any injuries, but KITV4 will continue to follow this and bring you the latest updates as it becomes available. This past year, we've seen record-breaking heat forcing students to sweat it out in the classroom. Good evening, I'm Mika Miyashima.
And I'm Tom George in for Brenton. Tonight, parents are banding together and taking action.
KITV4's TJ Horgan caught up with a mom from the Cool Our Keiki Coalition. He joined us live in the newsroom. And TJ, just how hot is it getting in the schools?
Well, Mika, Tom, this year alone, just 4 months into the school year, Neo Valley Middle School has seen more than 300 heat-related visits to the school nurse. Neo Valley is one of 6 schools in Hawaii Kai's Kaiser Complex area. Parents there started the Cool Our Keiki Coalition to acquire air conditioning. Maggie Hong got involved this year because the heat inhibits her and other kids' abilities to concentrate.
We believe in cooling all classrooms across Hawaii. We're not just saying just for East Oahu. It doesn't matter whether we live on the east side or west side or inland or Maui. We want and expect that every classroom ought to be cooled. It's just a basic need for learning.
The Cool Our Keiki Coalition claims 1 week in September, Cocoa Head Elementary, you're seeing here, classrooms hit almost 90 degrees. But who knew cool air could be such a hot commodity? Coming up at 6, the mission of cooling classrooms has taken a complex path, but Maggie Hong thinks they're closing in on something big. Live in the newsroom, TJ Horgan, KITV4 Island News.
TJ, thank you. Concerned residents in Palolo want solutions to what some are calling an uprise in crime.
Yeah, legislators, police, and community members are all meeting next week to hopefully just try and come up with some answers.
KITV4's Nicole Tam joins us live in Palolo tonight. Nicole.
Mika, Tom, that's right. Palolo seems like quiet and calm now, but according to Honolulu Police Department's crime map, this is also the area where multiple reports of robbery, burglary, and theft have been reported within the last month. Just recently, 2 men went inside a home inside Palolo Valley, assaulted and robbed a grandmother while her 2-year-old granddaughter was home. There was also a double stabbing at Palolo homes in August that sent 2 men to the hospital. Some proposed solutions to combat violent crime, including setting up a neighborhood watch where volunteers keep an eye out on what's happening in the area. That's one of the topics that'll be discussed at the meeting next week.
Our eyes and ears, our neighbors. It starts with it's very small with our neighbors. It begins with that. Everybody be aware. Hopefully that may speed up responses of the authorities.
Honolulu City Council member Ann Kobayashi is one of the organizers of the discussion. She says her neighborhood in Manoa has had one of those neighborhood watches for 10 years and believes it's working. She says she hopes Palolo will do the same. Again, the special meeting is next Wednesday at 6 o'clock at Palolo Elementary. Reporting live in Palolo, Nicole Tam, KITV4 Island News.
Thanks, Nicole. Police are looking for a suspect responsible for robbing an elderly woman in the Honolulu area. HPD says around 5 Thursday morning, the suspect tried to take the 62-year-old woman's purse. Police say the victim was treated for serious injuries. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with any information is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
Well, a Pearl City chiropractor claims he was ripped off tens of thousands of dollars by a scammer trying to sell him a new x-ray machine. Dr. Eugene Kitts says he placed the order with someone who had sold him medical equipment and done repairs for him before. He wrote checks totaling $25,000, but says then the seller just stopped responding. He shared his story, and it turns out other doctors have had the same problem.
I would say to him, just give me my money back and, stop doing this to other people. That's the basic thing.
Now, we called several numbers listed for that company, and there was no response. Honolulu police tell us they've opened a theft investigation into that case. We'll, of course, continue to stay on top of that.
Now turning to Washington, where the impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump continues to move forward. You're taking a live look at the Capitol right now in D.C. Today, the House Judiciary Committee approved 2 articles of impeachment, voting along strict party lines 23-17 on obstruction of Congress and abuse of power. Nadia Romero reports Trump calls the impeachment a hoax.
Well, thank you very much. It's great.
In a press briefing after President Trump welcomed the president of Paraguay, he hit a familiar note.
It's a scam. It's something that shouldn't be allowed.
Calling the impeachment process against him a witch hunt.
The Judiciary Committee will come to order.
It only took a few minutes. Friday morning, the House Judiciary Committee voting along partisan lines, sending 2 articles of impeachment to the floor of the House of Representatives for a full House vote next week.
The article is agreed to. The resolution is amended as ordered, reported favorably to the House.
Pursuant to Clause 2L of Rule 11, I give notice of intent to file dissenting views.
It was a vote that was expected last night.
The committee is in recess.
But after more than 14 hours of back and forth, Chairman Jerry Nadler stunned Republicans and delayed the vote until Friday morning instead of the middle of the night while many Americans were sleeping. But the president says the Democrats are simply handing him his second term in office.
My poll numbers, as you know, have gone through the roof. Fundraising for the Republican Party has gone through the roof. We're setting records. Nobody's
forward to the Senate trial, where Republicans hold the majority. In Washington, Nadia Romero, KITV4 Island News.
Turning to our island weather, we're taking a live look outside tonight. Some clouds over the Ko'olaus and breezy trade winds.
Yeah, KITV4 meteorologist Pete Caggiano, he's got our first forecast tonight. Pete, it's a little cooler today, I feel like.
Yeah, and we're watching a couple of trade showers. Had the cloud cover today, kept temperatures feeling a little bit cooler out there, and a few light to moderate trade showers throughout the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. Radar's really cleared out, but we still have some rain into windward sections, so a few passing windward showers. Huimanu area could see a shower or 2, and elsewhere right now looking dry, but we will see some more scattered showers tonight. You can see the heaviest rainfall right now offshore. That's in association with the frontal boundary. That, for the most part, should stay offshore, but we will see some passing rains into tonight as our trade wind showers pick up. On the way down is surf, so we had some huge surf this morning. It's going down, will continue to decrease as we move into the weekend. So for tonight, if you have plans, you're going to be outdoors for your Aloha Friday night. Temperatures right around 80 degrees at 7 p.m. We'll cool off into the upper 70s as we head past 9 p.m. Expecting some scattered trade showers, though, so they will return tonight. Passing trade showers. Temperatures in the lower 70s. Coming up, we'll track the surf. We've got another swell on the way, and we'll have details on your weekend forecast. Mika and Tom, that's a little bit later.
All right, thanks, Pete. We're turning back to that breaking news tonight. Honolulu firefighters confirmed the fire in Makakilo was extinguished at 5 o'clock. The blaze broke out in a detached garage on Ualehe Street around 4 o'clock this afternoon. No word on any injuries yet.
And turning over to Maui, as Pete was talking about the swell, well, Baldwin Beach Park is still closed because of flooding from the high surf we saw the last couple days. The County of Maui's Department of Parks and Recreation will reassess again tomorrow, but the beach park along Hana Highway will remain closed right now until further notice.
Version or LEAD program is making its way to Kauai. It allows police officers to connect homeless and at-risk people with resources like housing and drug treatment. The pilot project, which received $650,000 in funding from the state, is also on Oahu, Maui, and the Big Island.
And turning now to the Big Island, police have arrested 3 people along the Daniel K. Inouye International Highway last week. That's right near Mauna Kea, where demonstrators are protesting the 30-meter telescope. Police also issued 336 traffic citations as they continue their enhanced traffic enforcement since those protests began back in July. 2 people were arrested for contempt and failure to appear for warrants. And 1 was arrested for driving under the influence. Nearly 185 people were ticketed for speeding, and 26 were caught without a seatbelt.
Check this out. The lake at Kilauea Summit Crater is getting bigger. The side-by-side comparison shows the difference from November 28th until now. And if you take a look at the picture on the left, you can see a rock sticking out that's circled at the top of the picture. Compare that to the one on the right. The rock is now submerged. It's no longer visible. The United States Geological Survey is tracking the water level, which it says continues to rise. Well, the deadly flu season continues to take lives.
Coming up on KITV4 Island News, the number of people, including children in the U.S., who have been killed by the virus.
Use the Spectrum TV app and watch live TV anywhere around Hawaii, even on-demand titles. Spectrum.
Go on.
Think of the pineapple.
Yeah, go on, Joey.
How about we, build something that stays on top of the water to get there and to get back? We could all go.
No.
Okay.
You
can do it. Joey!
Ah, Joey. Eventually somebody realizes there's a better way to do things, like a new kind of mobile service with the fastest overall speeds. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
Better luck next time. How does it feel to be a green? I'm standing on the mountain, about to fall. Really hard,
Celebrate Infinity's 30th year with 2020 Edition 30 SUVs. Lease the 2020 QX60 for $399 a month, plus get a $2,000 winter bonus at your local Infinity retailer.
I can't believe it.
Sophie opened up a wormhole through time.
C'est complètement de ta faute.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
In the heart of the windward side lies a beautiful sanctuary, Kinaole Estate, where everyone is treated with love and respect, because we believe you should expect more from senior living.
They're loving and warm, not only to the residents, but to the families that come to visit.
Kinaole Estate, I like it because, my mom enjoys it there. They're super duper, really good.
Kinaole Estate, enriched, dependable senior living. Call us today to make an appointment.
Mothers at Kaiser Permanente have an amazing amount of choices. Our goal is to provide women with the best childbirth experience that they can have.
Occasionally, we do have some newborns who need help. That's when the neonatal intensive care unit comes in. We have babies who are born at less than a pound. We are equipped to take care of them.
We are there for you at every step of the way.
When they go home, the joy that I see in that family, it's what I live for, and that's why I do what I do.
You're watching KITV4 Island News.
Welcome back. On your Health Watch, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports at least 1,300 people have died from the flu in the U.S. so far this season, 10 of which were children, and 2.6 million have contracted the flu so far. Last week, every state except Alaska saw a significant spread of the virus. As of last week, Hawaii's activity level is at moderate.
Well, it's a devastating disease that affects about 100 people in Hawaii. ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. It affects the nerve cells in your brain and your spinal cord so that people lose control of their muscles.
One Waikele woman battling this incurable condition vows to KITV4's Diana Ko she'll fight to keep herself and others with ALS aging well.
Good
This is a good day for 53-year-old Charlene Pebbles Ronquillo. She has ALS, but today she's still walking and talking on her own.
I try to live in the moment. Praise God, I wake up every night, every morning. Try to live my life the way it used to be.
Pebbles was an athlete and a pageant winner. She's Mrs. Hawaii 2006, won a bodybuilding contest in 2008, and competed in roller derby.
Last year at this time, I was playing roller derby. I was playing basketball. I was swimming.
Doctors diagnosed her with the progressive neurodegenerative disease only in September, and just 3 months later, she struggles to get dressed.
Buttoning up a pair of pants is so different.
ALS affects many seniors. Most patients are 50 to 70 years old. The average life expectancy after diagnosis is 3 to 5 years.
People lose their ability to move, they lose their ability to talk, they lose their ability to swallow, and then they lose their ability to breathe.
Look at you, silly girl.
Pebbles is still mourning what she lost, but also embracing what she can gain. She wants to raise awareness for the disease, which affects about 100 people in Hawaii.
I have a mission. I have to speak. I have to be that voice.
She also wants to help raise money to build an ALS clinic in the islands that would house all ALS healthcare providers under one roof.
We don't have the same resources as the people in the mainland. I've been on sites where the ALS patient diagnosed one day, next week they're in treatment. I don't have that.
Pebbles is certainly strong enough to do it.
She'll call for hours and days and nonstop. She'll fly up to the mainland if you don't answer the phone and go to your front door, and that's what she did to Cedars-Sinai.
Pebbles says she stays strong by surrounding herself with positive people. She likens herself to a butterfly.
My wings will be strong as I fly this journey.
A journey she's taking not just for herself, but for everyone with her disease. Diana Ko, KITV4 Island News.
Yeah, great story. Important to raise awareness. Thanks, Diane. Well, active combat may not be the primary driver of suicide among active duty U.S. Army soldiers as previously thought. A new Aiello study published in the Journal of American Medical Association Network Open compared suicide rates among service members from the 19th century to the 21st century. The authors found that historically, suicides actually decreased during times of war until the so-called endless wars in Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, when that trend started to shift.
We were hoping to kind of broaden the base of inquiry that people are using to address the current rates of military suicide, because you can't really understand a problem until you understand the history of it. That's why we're advocating for perhaps a more broad-based, multifactorial, kind of like socioeconomic factors as to what's kind of driving what's going on right now.
Now, this is the largest historical study to date of suicide in the Army. Researchers next plan to compare suicide rates and trends in civilian and veteran data. Definitely important.
The Federal Communications Commission unanimously approved a proposal to implement a new resource for suicide prevention. Just like 911, it assigned a 3-digit number to make it easier to seek help and reduce the stigma associated with mental health. The proposal will now be open for public comment, but once implemented, people can just dial 988. Right now, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline uses a 10-digit number.
I believe 988 could help. It has an echo of 911, a number we all know. And awareness of this resource should make a real difference when those in crisis need a lifeline.
The CDC reports over the past 2 decades, suicide rates across the U.S. have increased more than 30%. The number to the Suicide Prevention Hotline is 800-273-TALK or 8255.
All right, well, it's that busy time of day. If you're heading home, might want to sit and finish watching our show and then head out. We want to check on the evening rush hour.
That's right. Pete's got to look at our roadways. Pete.
Yeah, a couple incidents for folks heading out to the westbound areas, west side, that we want to talk about. First off, we'll take a look at those drive times right now into the east side. A little slow from Kahala all the way through Aina. If you're heading out to the west side, we are slow through the Moanalua Gardens area. We'll go ahead and take a look at that, actually. Let's go ahead and take a look right now as we head. First off, we do have an accident indicated near Punch Bowl. This is on the entry ramp there westbound. As we take you out further, we'll go ahead and take you out over to Honolulu Freeway right now. So right near Red Hill, we do have an accident that just popped up a few minutes ago. You can see the traffic here and the backup. So we are slow there. Might be better to take the H1 by the airport. Might be a little bit quicker if you are heading out to the west side. Elsewhere, H1 in middle solid volume there. Coming up, we've got details on your weekend forecast if the rain will stick around.
KITV4 Island News is brought to you by Pacific Honda.
Pacific Honda is your state-of-the-art dealership right on the edge of downtown. With a fully covered air-conditioned showroom, Pacific Honda offers the best prices, best service, and the best selection in new Hondas right now. Stop by and celebrate our 50th anniversary with us with a great deal on a new Honda. Take advantage of our low leasing and financing deals. Plus, come down for a test drive and a chance to win a trip for two to Las Vegas, courtesy of Vacations Hawaii. Pacific Honda, home of the happy Honda lovers.
This is the Jones family.
We have a good deal on our wireless plan.
Are you sure? Spectrum Mobile can do better. How many lines do you have? 4. And how much data do you use?
Graham and I email and text, but these two share and stream tons of videos.
And how much are you paying per month? Don't forget those added taxes and fees and surcharges.
Oh, then $220.
Spectrum Mobile lets you customize your plans. You and Grandma can be in our Buy the Gig plan with shareable data, and your wife and daughter can be in our unlimited data plan. Offer $118 per month with no taxes and fees. Spectrum Mobile has the best data plans for your family. All plans include unlimited talk and text with no contracts. See? I proved you could save within minutes. Now it's your turn. Grab your bill and see how much you can save. Visit spectrummobile.com/usave to calculate your savings in 3 easy steps. Or call us at 643-2030 and we'll do it for you.
I pick Jimmy. Yes! I pick Marcus. No fair!
What's up, guys?
What's the play, Marcus?
I got you. Huddle up. 27, 27. Go low, go low. Island blue, save money on one. Hunt.
The Go Low auto policy starting at $27 a month. It's always the right call.
Yeah! Oh, yeah. Great.
Call 643-4000 or visit islandinsurance.com.
For only the second time in Honolulu in 2 decades. A Johnny Mathis Christmas. December 20th and 21st at Blaisdell Concert Hall. Performing Christmas classics and greatest hits with a live orchestra, including members of the Hawaii Symphony and the Royal Hawaiian Band. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster and at the Blaisdell box office. Don't miss a Johnny Mathis Christmas.
Well, we saw scattered showers today and a mix of sun and clouds, and not looking too bad right now. 81 degrees current temperature. We have our trades back. They are breezy at 17, and a few trade wind showers out there. So we'll watch a few rain showers right now, mainly for windward spots. We'll take a look at this little one moving on in. So parts of Kaneohe seeing some light showers, and Huimanu about to see another round of light rain as this quick shower moves on through. So some light showers there, but elsewhere we're dry. We had some rain earlier here in town, but it's cleared on out. Some Mauka rain for Kauai, Maui County, and the Big Island looking relatively dry right now. So into tonight, we'll have our trade wind showers pick up again. So we're expecting passing trade wind showers tonight. Maybe not as heavy as last night, but still some passing showers possible tonight. Tomorrow morning, we have clouds in the morning. Still some passing trade showers, and then by the afternoon we start to clear some of those clouds out. It dries out, and we start to see clearing. We'll see even more clearing on Sunday, but some sunshine for tomorrow afternoon. Surf is on its way down, so 5 to 8 for the north, 3 to 5 for the west. Maybe more manageable surf for most of us out there for the north and west shore after those huge waves yesterday. 3 to 6 for east, 1 to 3 on south shores, and we'll have our trades around at 10 to 15. Tonight, 72 is the expected low, so still a lot of cloud cover, and again some passing trade showers late, so I don't expect it to be as rainy as last night, but at times we'll see some passing scattered trade showers, especially as we head later into the night past 10, 11 o'clock. Into tomorrow, we start out cloudy. We'll have a few passing trade showers in the morning, afternoon, mix of sun and clouds, so the sun kind of peeking through those clouds. 84 degrees, east winds at 10 to 15, and looking drier by the afternoon, so still a chance of rain in the morning, but after afternoon, we're looking a little bit drier. And Sunday, looking much drier. We'll see much more sunshine on Sunday. Becoming breezy next week. We'll go island by island. We'll talk about another surf swell that's going to be moving in as we head into next week. We'll have those details at 6 o'clock. You're watching KITV4 Island News at 5.
KITV4 Island News, sponsored by Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Yes. Choir, sing. Come on. Don't stop clapping now.
Happy Honda Days is on now. Unwrap the joy of a new CR-V, the best-selling CUV over the past decade.
That's all right.
I knew that I was going to be a firefighter. The best way to make myself competitive would be through a bachelor degree. All of the classes have given me extensive knowledge beyond what the fire academy would have given us. The faculty was just so amazing. Most of them were already firefighters, fire chiefs. My education has opened so many doors for me, it is absolutely priceless. From the day I received my honorable discharge to the day I went to work for a county fire department was 2 weeks.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Go on! Think of the pineapple!
Yeah, go on, Joey.
How about we, build something that stays on top of the water to get there and to get back? We could all go.
No.
Okay.
You can do it. Joey!
Ah, Joey. Eventually somebody realizes there's a better way to do things, like a new kind of mobile service with the fastest overall speeds. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
Did you know that HECO's rates are continuing to go up? Did you know that federal tax credit for solar is going down soon? Did you know that Ponchos can build you an Outback off-the-grid system with average savings between $100 to $400? Larger systems are available. Did you know that Ponchos can build you a customized battery system for your home that can fit your needs and your budget? Did you know that you can start small and expand? Now you know. Ponchos Solar, locally owned and trusted statewide.
For 40 years, Hospice Hawaii has provided expert hospice care to patients at the end of life. Now we're adding integrated care, a new service that delivers specialized help to patients with serious illnesses before hospice care is needed. As we expand our services, our name will also be changing to Navian Hawaii, now providing care for every life journey.
This segment is sponsored by Navian Hawaii, formerly Hospice Hawaii.
Welcome back. Secret Santa can apparently bring out the Scrooge in millennials.
That's right. According to a report by JobSite, a majority of workers between the ages of 23 and 38 are not a fan of the holiday tradition. Millennials say that it comes with financial burdens. The UK Jobs Board found that 73% of millennial workers participate in Secret Santa, even though they say that they can't afford it. 26% say they've had to dip into their savings to contribute, and 17% feel that colleagues actually judge them based on their gifts.
That's the worst part.
Can understand that.
Figuring out what to get someone.
That's why you got to set that price limit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's what happened. Our weekend shift, Eddie Dowd was the Grinch of the group. He decided not to participate in our Secret Santa that we were doing on that shift. Yeah, called him out. But yeah, sometimes it's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, coming up on KITV4 Island News at 6 tonight, changes on the way for the Honolulu Police Department hiring employees. Why credit history will no longer be considered as a part of that process.
Plus, the UH women's volleyball team in action today in the Sweet 16. Will their season stay alive? We've got those stories and much more coming up tonight on KITV4 Island News at 6.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you at 6.
See you then.
Experience the bold, crispy, mouth-watering flavors Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen is serving up in each and every bite, providing closed captioning for KITV4 Island News.
Hawaii small businesses work hard for their customers. For over 30 years, Battery Bills has helped Oahu and Big Island residents with all their battery needs. Based in Kaimuki, Hanalei Beauty specializes in gentle, cruelty-free beauty products infused with locally grown ingredients. Dr. Aki Oshita of Cornerstone Community Chiropractic provides superb care with a personal touch in Eva Beach. As Small Business Lender of the Year, CPB supports local businesses and all they do for our economy. It's another way Central Pacific Bank is going beyond for you.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a little holiday spirit going with these new Dunkin' signature lattes.
Your turn.
Nah, man, my job is to keep this cool.
Try Dunkin's new holiday eggnog signature latte. The holidays run on Dunkin'.
Heavenly hand cream. Heavenly hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my hands back.
Viaggio Restaurant is located on the corner of Kapiolani and Ward across from the Blaisdell Center. Welcome to Viaggio, open Tuesday through Sunday with happy hour from 4 to 6 and dinner from 5 p.m. Join Chef Rodney Uehara for his Italian-inspired cuisine with a special Hawaiian flair. Viaggio uses only the freshest local seafood, farm-to-table vegetables, pastas, steaks, and so much more. Make your next special night at Viaggio Restaurant. Call 592-8881 for reservations. Grazie mille.
The Americans here on the ground and the Iraqis. 18,000 tons of patatas. Ismail? David. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Mika Miyashima on KITV4 Island News at 6 tonight. The warning from a physician about a medical machine scam in Hawaii. It's not the first time a doctor claims it happened to them. Join us tonight at 6.
Davey D. Good morning traffic reports on Good Morning Hawaii.
Tonight, several developing headlines as we come on the air this Friday night. The historic vote on Capitol Hill. The House Judiciary Committee approves the articles of impeachment. Now the full House votes on whether to impeach President Trump. Only the third time this has ever happened. A break in the case tonight in the murder of an 18-year-old college student walking through a New York City park. The arrest and what was discovered and what was seen in the surveillance in the park. The deadly workplace shooting today, the gunman opening fire inside a factory. The massive manhunt that followed, schools put on lockdown. The major storm tonight moving into the east, blinding rain, and it could make weekend driving dangerous. Rob Marciano timing it out. The disturbing video emerging tonight, the school children put in seclusion. This 7-year-old inside a windowless room trying to get out. Now the fallout tonight. The new backlash after what President Trump said about Time's Person of the Year targeting climate activist Greta Thunberg. Overnight, former First Lady Michelle Obama defending her. And now tonight, First Lady Melania Trump weighing in. The major new flu concern tonight, what authorities are seeing already and much earlier than normal. Your money, the countdown is on, the deadlines for shipping that kick in tonight, and what to do to avoid extra fees. And this evening, we remember a well-known actor. From Do the Right Thing to Moonstruck to Godfather 2, we celebrate Danny Aiello.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on this Friday night. We have a lot to get to, and we begin tonight with the historic vote today. The House Judiciary Committee voting in favor of the articles of impeachment against President Trump. Abuse of power and obstruction of Congress over the president's phone call with Ukraine's president, in which he asks for a favor to investigate his political opponents, while nearly $400 million in U.S. military aid was withheld. Tonight, this vote now sends those articles to the full House, only the third time this has ever happened. The president lashing out tonight, saying the Democrats are trivializing impeachment because he says he did nothing wrong. And tonight, the Senate Majority Leader, Republican Mitch McConnell, already saying there is no chance President Trump will be removed from office. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl leading us off from the White House.
History in the House.
Clerk will call the roll.
Those in favor say
Mr. Nadler?
aye.
Mr. Nadler votes aye. Ms. Lofgren?
Aye.
Ms. Lofgren votes aye.
The Judiciary Committee approved 2 articles of impeachment against President Trump. Every Democrat voting yes, all Republicans voting no.
Today is a solemn and sad day. For the third time in a little over a century and a half, the House Judiciary Committee has voted articles of impeachment against the president for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
It came after 2 marathon days of bitter and hyper-partisan debate.
I have never in my entire life seen such an unfair, rigged railroad job against the President of the United States.
The president is as defiant as ever, venting on Twitter 123 tweets and retweets yesterday alone, a one-day record for his presidency.
To use the power of impeachment on this nonsense is an embarrassment to this country.
On Wednesday, the full House will vote, and if the articles pass as expected, onto a trial in the Senate for only the 3rd time in American history. While the president had suggested he'd want a parade of witnesses, Republican Senate Leader Mitch McConnell says it will be a speedy trial, likely with no witnesses at all. On Fox last night, he said acquittal is a sure thing.
There's no chance the president's going to be removed from office.
Today, the president seemed to accept the idea of a short trial. Maybe.
We did nothing wrong. So I'll do long or short. I'll do whatever they want to do. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't mind a long process because I'd like to see the whistleblower who's a fraud.
Let's get to John Carl with us live at the White House tonight. And John, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he's coordinating closely with the White House. We mentioned he plans the Senate trial with them, and he said no chance the president will be removed. That has some Democrats crying foul tonight.
Well, in fact, the leader of the Democrats in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, put out a stern statement aimed at McConnell saying, quote, every single senator will take an oath to render impartial justice. That's true, but Republicans point out that in the last impeachment trial, Democratic leaders coordinated with the Clinton White House, and today Democrats are coordinating with Democrats in the House. This is a trial, David, but it is also a highly political process. It is no ordinary trial.
No question about that. John Carl leading us off on a Friday night. Thank you. And we move on now to the other major headlines this Friday night and to a break in the case of that horrific murder here in New York City. An 18-year-old college student attacked while walking in a park. Barnard freshman Tessa Majors was stabbed in that city park. She died after staggering to the top of this stairwell to get help. Tonight, a 13-year-old is now under arrest. Police say he was seen in grainy surveillance near the scene. ABC's Aiello again tonight.
Tonight, a 13-year-old suspect arrested in the chilling murder of Barnard College freshman Tessa Majors.
It is an absolute tragedy. Those responsible, however many there may be, will be brought to justice.
Police say the teen is not the killer, but was found with the murder weapon, a knife, and made comments linking him to the grisly crime. He's now charged with murder, robbery, and weapons possession. His statements to detectives also implicating 2 additional suspects, one of them a 14-year-old interviewed by police, the other still at large.
There's going to be an aided female white stabbed at this time.
Majors walking through the park just a block from her school early Wednesday evening when authorities say a group of suspects demanded money before fatally stabbing the 18-year-old student multiple times.
What's the script on the park? I know the script.
Police now say the 13-year-old suspect in custody was seen on grainy surveillance video from the park. The campus community grappling with the devastating loss. Majors just weeks shy of finishing her first semester, a budding journalist and musician.
When you saw her, you knew that that's what she was meant to be doing. She was a great performer.
Her heartbroken family telling ABC News, we are devastated by the senseless loss of our beautiful and talented Tess. We are thankful for the incredible outpouring of love and support we have received from across the country. And David, that 13-year-old suspect who was arrested has now been charged as a juvenile. This case now being handled in family court. Police tell us he's been accompanied by his aunt this entire investigation. She maintains her nephew's innocence. He's now being held without bail. David?
Ariel Reshef tonight. Ariel, thank you. And next to the deadly workplace shooting at a factory outside Atlanta today, the gunman opening fire, then getting away. Workers running for cover as the shots rang out. Schools put on lockdown. 42-year-old Taurus Andrews was killed, and police tonight still do not know if he was specifically targeted or whether this was random. The suspect, 18-year-old Cameron Golden, a temporary worker, was arrested in Birmingham, Alabama, after taking a bus to get there after the shooting. Now to the major storm moving into the east tonight and a difficult commute home from the Carolinas all the way up into the Northeast. Dangerous driving right into the weekend. And look at this, major pileups in the Midwest. A multi-vehicle accident. This is I-94 in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all. And Rob, a messy weekend ahead.
It is a very progressive storm pattern. We have two smothering the U.S. right now. This one to the east bringing some rain, but just inland of I-95, some icing conditions at least to begin with. But heavy rain in through the Carolinas and the Mid-Atlantic. That all moves up towards the northeast tonight. Rivers will be rising over flood watches across New England in the morning. Some coastal flooding as well as that low wraps up. It will dry out in the afternoon, but very blustery behind this with some snow. In the west, it is a mess from Salt Lake to Seattle to San Francisco. Rain and mountain snow. That's a fast mover that will be here in the east by Monday and Tuesday. David?
A wet night there on the West Side Highway. Rob, thank you. And next to that disturbing video emerging tonight, the school children put in seclusion. A 7-year-old is seen inside a windowless room trying to get out. And tonight, already the fallout. Here's ABC's Alex Perez.
The video, disturbing to watch, is any parent's nightmare. A teacher's aide grabbing a 7-year-old special needs student by the wrist, shoving him against a wall, and then wrapping her arm around his neck, keeping the boy in what the school called a seclusion room. That 7-year-old's mom, Beth Sandy.
I was horrified when I first saw the video. I ended up getting up from the room and leaving the room. It was very hard to watch.
It all happened at the Gages Lake School in suburban Chicago. The school serves students with behavioral and emotional needs. A months-long investigation by ProPublica and the Chicago Tribune found 21 abuse investigations now under review by state and local authorities. The aide in this video resigned. Another is facing criminal charges. Nicholas Izquierdo was arrested, charged with 6 misdemeanors for causing minor injuries to other students. He left the school and has pleaded not guilty. Authorities are also now reviewing the use of the seclusion or isolation rooms, reportedly used more than 1,700 times in the last school year.
They really need to think very long and hard about the way that they're running things around there. I'd say I don't think they should be open. I think that they should be shut down.
David, the school superintendent admitted the 2 staff members did not always comply with protocol and apologized. They say they're now working on improving safety for students. David?
All right, Alex Perez, thank you. And next tonight, shock and concern after former Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin issued more than 400 pardons and commutations on the way out. Among those pardoned, a convicted rapist and a convicted murderer whose family reportedly raised thousands for the governor. Here's Lindsay Davis.
In sharp contrast to the hugs and applause for outgoing Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin.
We truly do live in the greatest nation.
Outrage tonight because after walking out of office, hundreds of convicted felons are walking out of prison, some violent offenders. Among Bevin's 428 pardons, Micah Shodel, who'd been convicted of raping a 9-year-old girl.
Fear, anger, rage, confusion.
That child's mother, who did not want to be identified, says she struggled to tell her daughter.
It feels like we're going through it all over again.
But Bevin said he didn't believe the victim's accusations were true and that the case relied more on testimony than physical evidence. Also pardoned Patrick Baker, who shot and killed a man in front of his wife. While the accomplices remained behind bars, Baker, whose family, according to the Courier-Journal, raised more than $20,000 for Bevin's campaign, is now free. The governor seen here at a fundraiser hosted by Baker's brother. In the pardoning document, Bevin wrote the evidence against Baker was sketchy at best. Several Kentucky lawmakers are now calling on the incoming attorney general to investigate these pardons. We also heard from Bevin today in the form of a tweet where he said, among other things, that America is a country based on the belief in redemption. David?
Lindsay Davis reporting tonight. Thank you. And next tonight, the backlash after what President Trump said about Time's Person of the Year, targeting 16-year-old climate activist Greta Thunberg. Overnight, former First Lady Michelle Obama defending her. And now tonight, we're hearing from First Lady Melania Trump. Here's Kara Phillips.
Tonight, First Lady Melania Trump weighing in after her husband attacked 16-year-old climate change activist Greta Thunberg.
World leaders are still trying to run away from their responsibilities.
President Trump lashing out after the teenager was named Time's Person of the Year. So ridiculous, he tweeted. Greta must work on her anger management problem, then go to a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Greta, chill. And he's done it before, taking aim at Thunberg, who has Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, after her passionate speech at the UN.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you?
Trump's response? She seems like a very happy young girl looking forward to a bright and wonderful future. So nice to see. Now, former First Lady Michelle Obama giving Thunberg a boost, tweeting, "Don't let anyone dim your light. Ignore the doubters and know that millions of people are cheering you on." And we're hearing from the current First Lady, who has made cyberbullying her signature issue.
Be Best, an awareness campaign dedicated to the most valuable and fragile among us, our children.
But Melania Trump's spokeswoman would only say this about the president's words. The president and First Lady often communicate differently, as most married couples do. The First Lady has been quick to object when people make comments about her own teenage son, Barron. Her spokeswoman telling CNN this is different because Barron is not an activist who travels the globe giving speeches. He is a 13-year-old who wants and deserves privacy.
And now we saw the First Lady last week and her Be Best ornaments on the White House Christmas trees. But when it comes to her husband's attacks on Greta Thunberg, Mrs. Trump is not criticizing her husband's words. David?
Kira Phillips tonight. Kira, thank you. And late today, the Supreme Court agreeing to hear President Trump's appeal on 3 cases that have to do with his financial records. In all 3 cases, lower courts have ruled that records must be handed over. The justices will now hear oral arguments in March and issue a decision by June. Of course, that's right in the middle of the 2020 campaign. And the U.S. and China have announced a new trade deal, Phase 1, as they're calling it. It would halt new tariffs on Chinese goods set to kick in on Sunday and lower some tariffs that will stay in place. The White House tonight saying the Phase 1 deal, not yet signed, includes China's commitment to buy American farm products and to reform its policies on intellectual property and technology transfer. And we are remembering tonight a well-known character actor, Danny Aiello, from Do the Right Thing to Moonstruck to Godfather Part 2. He never took an acting class.
Danny Aiello began his acting career in his 30s on Broadway, here in the play Knockout. He never took an acting class, and he was 40 when he landed his first movie. Then in The Godfather Part 2.
Michael Corleone says hello.
He would earn an Oscar nomination in Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. He played Sal, a pizzeria owner in Brooklyn.
Keep it. You 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 keep it.
And there was Moonstruck with Cher.
Loretta Castorini Clark, on my knees, in front of all of these people. Will you marry me?
Yes, Johnny. Yes, John Anthony Cammareri, I will marry you. I will be your wife.
Tonight, Cher tweeting, "We laughed so much making Moonstruck." And this evening, his wife in real life, Sandy Cohen. They were married 64 years. The family speaking of their profound sadness.
And tonight, that family asking that their privacy be respected. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The Christmas countdown is on, and how you can make sure you get your packages there in time without paying for extra shipping fees. The simple tips coming up here. Also had the new development this evening in that murder case that rocked the city of Boston. 2 doctors, a couple, found dead in their condo, and what happened today. Also, the health alert tonight and the new flu concern this evening, what authorities are seeing already and where, much earlier than normal. And we have a major recall tonight involving Ford pickup trucks and concerns about fires. A lot more news ahead here on a Friday night. I'll be right back.
WeatherTech floor liners for Mom and Dad. Oh, their pet feeding system for Scruffy. Oh, and cup phone for Aunt Barb to secure her phone in her car. Hey, how did it go?
Shopping is so tough. When are you going to start yours?
I'm all done.
Make your holiday shopping easy at WeatherTech.com.
Can I borrow that?
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture, now might not be the best time to ask yourself, are my bones strong? Life's full of make or break moments. That's why it's so important to help reduce your risk of fracture with Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with 1 shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Exjuva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Speak to your doctor before stopping Prolia. as spine and other bone fractures have occurred. Prolia can cause serious side effects like low blood calcium, serious infections, which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor how Prolia can help strengthen your bones.
With a Shield-level annuity from Bright House Financial, your portfolio can benefit from growth potential with a level of protection from market volatility to help you follow your plans wherever they take you. Bright House Financial. Build for what's ahead.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold.
It's not just a cold if you have high blood pressure. Most cold medicines may raise blood pressure. Coricidin HBP is the #1 brand that gives powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure.
We turn next this Friday night to your money. Less than 2 weeks to go, and one major shipping deadline is actually tonight, but several more coming. And this evening, tips to make sure you don't end up paying extra to get your gifts there on time. Rebecca Jarvis out to save your money tonight.
Tonight, the sprint to get those gifts delivered to the Christmas finish line on time.
Like home for the holiday.
The carrier's working round the clock with nearly 2.5 billion packages estimated to ship over the holiday season. The U.S. Postal Service alone anticipating 28 million packages per day the week before Christmas.
I think the mail has just shifted, so we have more packages than ever before.
And now, the deadline quickly approaching to ship at the lowest cost. Tonight, the cutoff for UPS ground delivery. Tomorrow, December 14th, the U.S. Postal Service's standard shipping deadline, and the 16th for FedEx ground. Beyond that, you could be hit with expedited shipping fees. And David, here at the U.S. Postal Service, the final date to get it there by Christmas is December 23rd. Double check the website to make sure your location is included. And remember, procrastinators pay more. David?
A busy night there behind you, Rebecca. Thank you. When we come back here, the major development today in that case, 2 Boston doctors, a couple found murdered. And the new flu concerns tonight, what they're seeing, and early.
If you're 65 or older, even if you're healthy, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. In severe cases, pneumococcal pneumonia can put you in the hospital. It can hit quickly, without warning, making you miss out on what matters most. Just 1 dose of the Prevnar 13 vaccine can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia. It's not a yearly shot. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects were pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, limited arm movement, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, joint pain, less appetite, vomiting, fever, chills, and rash. Ask about prevention. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 13.
When I rent a car, I never compromise. Too shabby. Too much. I can rent this for that price?
Absolutely.
It's just right. Book your Just Right rental at thrifty.com.
Let's be honest. Quitting smoking is freaking hard. Like quitting every Monday hard. Quitting feels so big. So try making it smaller, and you'll be surprised at how easily starting small can lead to something big. Start stopping with Nicorette.
Morning, sunshine. This is going to be a great workout. We have some contenders today. Wait for me, girl, wait for me. Come on, let's work. All right, climb with me. Let's take this ride outside.
Show me what you got. 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm talking about.
Feel good about everything you just did because that was an awesome ride.
For your worst sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool Drops. It's not candy, it's powerful relief. Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool Drops. And try new VapoCool Spray.
A rock and wreck. Seen it? Covered it. At Farmers Insurance, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
To the index of other news tonight, and a former concierge at the Boston condo where 2 doctors were killed will spend life in prison for their murders. 33-year-old Bampumim Teixeira, convicted for the 2017 killings of Dr. Richard Field and his fiancée, Dr. Lena Bolanos, inside their condo during a robbery. There is no possibility of parole. Tonight, the CDC says flu season is off to a dangerous start. Elevated flu activity in 11 states and Puerto Rico. At least 2.6 million cases, 23,000 hospitalized, and 1,300 deaths already. Health officials say the highest activity is in the B strain, rare for this early. And they say it's not too late to get the flu shot. And tonight, Ford is recalling more than 500,000 pickup trucks over fire concerns. The recall involves certain 2017 to 2019 models of Ford Super Duty Super Crew pickups with a seatbelt mechanism that they say could spark during a crash and ignite carpet flooring. We have more on our website. When we come back tonight, the brother of the bride, seen by millions.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Alka-Seltzer Plus for fast cold relief.
Skip to the good part with Alka-Seltzer Plus, now with 25% more concentrated power. Nothing works faster for powerful cold relief.
Oh, what a relief it is.
So fast.
Before we talk about tax-smart investing, what's new?
Well, Audrey's expecting.
Twins.
Grandparents.
We want to put money aside for them, so change in plans.
All right, let's see what we can adjust.
Maybe closer to the twins.
Changing plans.
Okay.
Mom, are you painting again? You could sell these.
Let me guess. Change in plans?
At Fidelity, a change in plans is always part of the plan.
Stains can appear out of thin air, but when you get to work, magic happens. The real trick is the next one up your sleeve. We make OxyClean, you make it work. Work your magic.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. When considering another treatment, ask about Xeljanz XR, a once-daily pill for adults with moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis, for whom methotrexate did not work well enough. It can reduce pain, swelling, and significantly improve physical function. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections like TB. Don't start Xeljanz if you have an infection. Taking a higher than recommended dose of Xeljanz for RA can increase risk of death. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, cancers, including lymphoma, and blood clots have happened, as have tears in the stomach or intestines, serious allergic reactions, and changes in lab results. Tell your doctor if you've been somewhere fungal infections are common, or if you've had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Don't let another morning go by without asking your doctor about Xeljanz XR.
Mike Bloomberg's never been afraid of tough fights, the ones that make a true difference in people's lives. And Mike's won them, which is important right this minute, because if you can beat America's biggest gun lobby, helping pass background check laws and defeat NRA-backed politicians across this country, beat Big Coal, helping shut down hundreds of polluting plants, and beat Big Tobacco, helping pass laws to save the next generation from addiction, all against big odds, you can beat him.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Before discovering Nexium 24-Hour to treat his frequent heartburn, Stephen could only imagine enjoying a spicy taco. Now his world explodes with flavor. Nexium 24-Hour stops acid before it starts for all-day, all-night protection. Can you imagine 24 hours without heartburn?
Do you have concerns about mild memory loss related to aging? Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere. Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
What don't you know about the shocking dark side of boy bands?
I was in the biggest band in the world, but I can't even afford my apartment.
He was robbing them blind. Now, stunning new details. The 2020 event, tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
Finally, the brother of the bride, America Strong. Nick Rice and his older sister Ashley have been inseparable for life. Growing up in Tonawanda, New York, they were with each other for all of life's milestones, playing together, learning to read, the birthdays, and Ashley telling us Nick, who has Down syndrome, is her best friend.
Always there with me, and I could always depend on him.
He was just the best little brother. Wouldn't change anything.
So when Ashley began planning her wedding, she knew